right now because it take a while to load up.
Huh?
As soon as she did it.
Hey y'all.
How many laughs did I do?
Welcome in to Cooking, Creating, and Conversation. Today, we are going to be doing some creating. It's family time, craft time today, y'all. Y'all, I went to the dollar store and got dollar store wasted. I bought so many different things from the dollar store for us to create with today. So I'm excited to see my family use their creative side to make some things today. So we'll see how they come out today. So I have my niece Jasmine.
Say hi, Jazzy.
Say hey to the people, Jazzy. I have my sister Jennifer. Hi. Hey y'all.
Hey y'all.
I got my nephew Jalen.
Hey y'all.
And my sister Relinda. And we're going to work it out today, y'all. So I hope y'all get some tips on creating some things and have fun. Hope y'all enjoy the conversation. Hope y'all enjoy the conversation. We just got to eat some pizza, y'all. Domino's got special $5.99. Because you want to get some for the family. So a lot of times we see things in the store that, they might have like little plaques with different sayings on it. So I got the idea of we can create and make our own. That makes it a little bit more personable to you. So I got all kinds. I got butterflies, y'all. Uh-oh.
Get together.
I got rhinestones. All different colors. I got green and clear ones. I got rainbow colored ones. We got
my favorite. It's a photo shoot.
So I think she's going with the selfie thing.
Selfie queen.
I got some pretty seashells. We got all kinds of stuff, y'all. We got beads and gemstones. We got ribbon and different color confetti that we're going to be working with. We got paint. We got a bunch of stuff, y'all, to create with. I got these pretty butterfly stickers. I got some with stars on them. And what we're going to do is, excuse me, y'all. I got a poster board. So we're going to take the poster board and we're going to decorate the poster board. Put our decorations, and if we think of some inspirational quotes, we're going to put them on there too. And then once we're done, I got some picture frames that we're going to put them in to make our own personalized little picture frames and plaques that we can put on the wall. So I'm excited today, y'all. I was so happy in the dollar store, just buying up all kinds of stuff. And these two are decals that you put on the wall. They got all different kinds, so we're going to use these too. We got some of these that we can use to make different things on it. I can see if people was commenting on it.
I can.
Oh, you can.
I can. Oh, Andrea said, hey.
Hey, Andrea. Maybe you'll get a chance to come and and create with us one day or cook with us one day. I'll be excited for that if you can. So I was thinking earlier about how important it is to pray over our children. You know, not just pray over them, but also speak into them. You know, oftentimes we, you know, we'll go to God in prayer on their behalf, but then we see them every day. And how often do we take the time to speak those words that we prayed to God about, that we speak them into our children? So I was thinking about that today. You know, sometimes I know, especially now, it's a lot different from when I was growing up. The world is a completely different place from what it was when I was younger. And there's so much going on now that oftentimes I don't think we stop and take the time to really see where our children are at. Because a lot of them are suffering and dealing with things that they're not bringing to light to their parents. So I think it's important, you know, that we take the time, you know, not only in prayer, but also take the time with them to speak to them and see what's going on in their lives and things that they may be internally struggling with, that they may not have been in that space to reveal those things to you, and to just be in the habit of speaking life over our kids and speaking into their self-esteem and speaking into their purpose, because they may not know that or feel loved and having a purpose. So I think that's important. I was thinking about that today after prayer this morning. So what you think about that, Tootie?
You know, the one thing that I've heard, and that you know, I would watch from different people that would speak is, you know, words create worlds. So when you speak, you know, that to your child, you're already starting that, you know, creating. That you're already implementing and planning a foundation for them to build on that word that you've given them. Like, you know, if they have a dream and they bring it to you, you may not see it yourself in the natural, but you still have to continue to sow those seeds of inspiration into your child. You know, you tell them, yes, I can see that. You go ahead, and it's not a phony thing, because then you know what happens? You start to believe it. You believe it after your child believes it. Yeah. And then that makes you want to push them more, you know, and because you see them, then they start getting stronger and they start doing, you know, things like, oh my God, I didn't know you could do that. You're like, wait a minute, maybe it's something to this. Maybe it's, you know, I'm going to keep on pushing them. So I just think, you know, like I said, words create worlds. So you're creating that foundation, that beginning. Like, you know, in the Bible, God, you know, he created the earth and it was without form, you know, but it didn't come alive and it didn't come to fruition until he spoke to things coming to life. So that's how you have to do with your child.
Yeah, and I agree. I think that is so true. You know, they used to always say when we were younger, they would say, what was that saying? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. And that was the most untrue statement, you know, that I had heard. Because the words you speak do have power. So are we using that power of our words to build our kids up, or are we tearing them down? And I think a lot of times, sometimes it may not be intentional, you know, that we do it. but just to be more conscious of our words and our actions that we're speaking to our children, because sometimes your actions speak louder than your words do.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they watch. It's more watching than it is. You can say something, but they're hearing you, because a lot of times, even with kids, don't be knowing a lot of words. So they're gonna watch you do it first.
Yeah. So we just can't talk about it. We gotta be about it too. Our actions can't be different than what we're saying, because they sure pick up on it. You'd be surprised at how much, how observant children are. We always say in the classroom that they're like sponges, because they pick up quickly on how things are, how people are acting, and what they're feeling and what they're saying. You'd be surprised. So what you think about that, Gingerbread?
I agree. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do.
And then I would think even just furthermore, now I know we talking about the kids and everything, but I think we can take this, to ourselves. I would say this project for me, is really just giving me something to look forward. Something that would keep me focused. Like, how, this is me watching movies. I ain't had nan child. But this is me watching movies. How, they have in Lamaze class, where they tell the mothers to have a focal point. To have a focal point in the room, so that they can take their mind off the pain, and that they can focus on birthing something. So, that's what this thing is for me, to have a focal point, in my life, where I could put it in a room. This is something I could put in my office. I'm already have a thing what I want to do with mine. I mean, you see it looks eclectic, because I'm an artist.
Come on,
so,
artist.
There's butterfly right here. There's different textures and patterns. So,
come on, artist. So she want no smoke.
There's the textures and patterns. So then, I like to, this will catch my eye, so I can have a focal point. So whatever is going on during the day, or, I might feel discouraged, and then I could just have something to look at that will push me forward. So I think, this is our creative way, but, what are ideas that you guys think that you can use as a focal point, something that will keep you focused? I was even thinking in my living room, I already have a focal point in my living room and didn't even know it. Got the picture and everything. It says, the best is yet to come. So as I'm sitting in my living room and, maybe watching TV, or I might see something, and because sometimes we can get discouraged by what we watch. It's like, oh, I'll never get there, or I'll never be that, or I'll never do that. But then, I see that, and it's like, okay, this is not where you're going to stay. And then you see that, so that's something that could push you forward.
Yeah, and even how we were just talking about speaking into the kids, speaking to yourself. Mm-hmm. It becomes a practice for you first, before you master it with your children. Mm-hmm. So it has to begin with you first, being in that space of speaking life into your own self, to carry it along, and then give that to them, that they'll be able to. They'll hear you doing it, and you're confident in doing it, and then it'll project out to them, and they'll pick up on it. I watched this lady. She's we had a training, and it was so good what she said about that. She was saying that your you talk to your children becomes their I talk. So if you're telling a child constantly, well, what's wrong with you? And you're not using, your brain or whatever, that we might say sometimes out of frustration. And they internalize that and take that, what you saying that to you, is something wrong with you. They'll turn around and take it in eternally into themselves as saying, well, yeah, it is something wrong with me. And the more you begin to say that over and over and over, you're actually feeding into their spirit. So now they're battling, trying to fight off things that you put into their spirit. So we want to put more positive than we do negative.
Okay, Cynthia Cosette Henning says, yes, speak up on yourself life so the child can see it in you.
That's right. That's right. So they can see it in you. That's right. Be that reflection for them to see. That's good.
So do you guys have, this is an art project, but some other ways that you guys might be able to have a focal point? Like I'm a writer, I'm a journaler. So I like to write down things and maybe God gave me like maybe a big idea. I like to write it down, and table it, just like, okay, this is, so I can have a record. Because sometimes that's inspiring. Like once you start changing seasons, in your life, when you start changing seasons in your life.
What'd you say, Shaquisha?
See?
What happened?
Look.
I was talking about my butterflies, y'all.
Look. This is
I'm talking about my butterflies.
Look, y'all. This is what the middle child goes through. This is the middle child. Don't be hearing. They don't be wanting to listen, but I'm used to it though. I'm delivered.
About that.
I mean, it's still there, but I'm better. So sometimes you feel like you not heard.
But see, that's
you gonna start talking.
This is a prime example right here. Prime example. She said she feels like she's going through the middle child syndrome of sometimes parents being noticeable about that. To speak into her more in those spaces that she feels like she's lacking some things, to make her feel not so unheard. But what you say, girl?
I forgot now. Oh, about journaling. Oh, yeah, like some of you guys might be writers. That's a good thing. I find it very therapeutic to write. And then so when you look back at it, maybe next year, you'll see how much you've grown. You'll see, hopefully you grew up. And then, you can it's just like you're documenting your journey. So I think that's a good thing to use for a vocal point.
Oh, for
that.
Like journal, you said journaling is a good focal point. I think it makes it more something about writing things down does make it more concrete. For you to go back and look at it later and reflect on it, because sometimes we'll go through the day and we forget what it was we were trying to focus on. But if you write it down, they'll gives you something to go back to and look at. I think journaling is awesome. Even for kids, I believe journaling is awesome. For them to have something to reflect on throughout the day. I try to make it a habit of, when we get together like this for different holidays and stuff, sometimes I'll ask the kids, well, what was the best part of your day? Well, what was the worst part of your day? We celebrate the best, and then the worst, we can always problem solve and think of things and ways to make it better the next time. So that gives them something to focus on and look back on, after a few days to go back to that thing and be like, what, but maybe that wasn't as bad as I thought about, thought it was going to be, and, I can actually work through this, and work this thing out, so it wasn't too bad sometimes. So I think journaling is awesome for kids. We even do that for our children in the Head Start classroom. They journal too. Of course, they're not writing down words, but just for them to be able to begin to express themselves on paper, and then we'll always ask them, well, tell me about your drawing, and you'd be surprised at some of the things that children say. Sometimes, and how they were feeling. It comes out in that. You look at it and you say, it's just a scribble. But to them, that gives them an opportunity to talk about how they felt, how their morning with it went. Were they sad, that their grown up had to leave, and are they scared, being there? And it's an awesome way to begin conversation with children. We working it out, y'all. So this is what I got so far. I'ma jazz it up a little bit more, y'all. I'm gonna put some more stuff on it, but it says, our family is like the branches of a tree. We may grow in different directions, yet our roots remain as one.
Amen.
Amen. Oh, yeah.
Look, she over there quiet in church mouth, and she be main one talking all the time. But just quiet.
She trying to focus.
When the camera on.
She trying to focus. Don't be nervous, girl. Don't be nervous.
And I think that this is good. Like right now, especially in this time, like how you're sitting around the table and doing crafts. Y'all just think about the last time y'all did something with family. Everyone was caught up in social media, and now maybe some people are off of work. So now there's an opportunity to kind of spend time. So I think, even in that, God is trying to get back to the original
structure of family.
There you
so right
go.
now she's talking.
There you
structure
go.
of family.
I was trying to figure out my
This is what's held together. So now, this is what's held generations together. Doing stuff together like this, even cooking. Don't even get me on.
Come on, cooking.
How these mamas
Ooh,
don't
y'all.
teach people how to cook no more.
I'm gonna do a cooking live tomorrow. It's gonna bless you. It's gonna bless you. What?
Is it what you told me?
Huh?
Is it what you told me?
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna bless you.
What's she cooking?
Guess you gotta wait and see like they gotta wait and see.
You ain't gonna tell me.
So I hope y'all tune in tomorrow, y'all. I got something good for
That's
y'all
all. That's
tomorrow.
all I need to know.
What happened?
Nothing.
See some side commentary. This is what goes on. The side commentary.
So kids, what do you think about these doing projects like this with us? With the adults? What do you think?
I already know what this one's gonna say. It's cool.
Right.
I swear I was gonna say that.
These teenagers.
It's cool. I already knew that.
Teenagers and these one words that they be saying.
So what do you think, Jazzy? Do you like Arts and Craft Day? Yeah.
I can't hear you speak up.
Pretend like you one of them kids on the YouTube you be watching. Look, that's
I know you want to smile because you think you're on YouTube. But you ain't on no YouTube.
Oh my
You on
goodness.
Facebook.
look, and I just find it so funny how the personalities is quiet.
Right. Y'all, they normally ain't this quiet.
Too quiet.
Trust and believe, they normally ain't
They
that quiet.
focusing.
So the camera's
Jasmine
off,
Payne
turn
was
back
a
around.
Yes. I feel like I'm missing something, y'all. I don't know what I'm missing though. Like I want to put some more on here.
You may need something under there.
Will clouds be too much? I mean, this is the
Where the other butterflies?
Which ones?
The mirror ones. Who had the
Oh,
mirror
they
ones?
up here. Look at these, y'all. Look at them butterflies.
Wait, say me some.
What you gonna put on yours? What's your theme, Jasmine?
Beach.
A beach. So you gonna use
What
those?
butterfly?
Is it a lake or a
You gonna
ocean?
use the seashells? Okay. You said with a lake or a hoop?
I said, is that a lake or an ocean? It matters.
It matters. So educate us, Jalen. What's the difference between a lake and an ocean?
A lake is, you don't want to get in no lake. That nobody, well, let's go get in the lake. No, you want to go to the ocean. Clear blue water. Lake is like green water. You don't want to get in that.
So, I mean, okay, that's just a little algae.
Nah, that ain't cool.
That ain't cool. Green water. I would like to take a vacation one day, y'all. My dream vacation would be to go to
Or
Hawaii.
You said Bora Bora. Where you hear Bora Bora from?
I would like
what
to
do
go
you think
to
doing in the
Hawaii.
Bahamas?
Huh?
She's talking she want to go to the Bahamas.
Oh, you would like to go to the Bahamas, Jasmine? You can do it, girl. You can do it.
That's what you got order from.
If that's what you dream to go see, that's good.
Let's say
That's
Bahamas,
good.
Jasmine.
Where you want to go? What's your dream vacation?
I want to go to Jamaica.
Jamaica.
I'm gonna go to Jamaica.
What's your dream vacation? Don't say Puerto Rico because you never
You already
heard.
been there.
What's your dream vacation?
Dream right now. Like I'm dying to go on the island, so like St. Thomas,
Oh,
St. Thomas,
Where's that?
St. Thomas, the
the
island.
island.
I never heard of
Kind of
that.
like Jamaica and
Man, teach us that.
what's the other one? Virgin Islands.
Yeah, and Turks and Caicos.
Yeah, Turks and Caicos.
Or, but this another thing now. This is a bucket list trip, and see, y'all probably thinking like, oh, now see, here she goes dabbing off the deep end.
You want to go skydiving?
Jerusalem.
And now I wouldn't mind going there. I really wouldn't.
What's there?
I want to get dipped
in the Jordan River.
in the water that Jesus got dipped in.
Hey, bye, bye, bye. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. What? That's what I'm talking about.
Like, what's that?
What's there?
What's like
What's there?
besides the water to get baptized in?
Jerusalem.
Is it like, is it grass? or
It's
is
the
it
Holy
like,
Land.
I understand that, but I'm saying, is it grass or is it like just dirt everywhere?
Grass is
And horses and stuff?
beach and
There's cars over there?
yeah. And then it's next to, you read the Bible, you go through the journey of like Jerusalem, and then you can they even have tours where you can go like to Egypt and see where Moses stepped it through.
How was the pyramids made?
How was the pyramids made? Ooh, I can't
That
say
still even puzzles people today,
how they were made.
how the pyramids are made.
People say aliens.
Aliens.
That's your my answer.
Now you put your friend on.
See why you gotta talk to your kids to see what they see where their minds is at. He's talking about some aliens. They didn't have no questions on that.
Nope.
Okay.
I asked if you here. He said yes.
Y'all believe in aliens?
She said aliens.
I think aliens are real.
I don't know about that, dude.
That's
Like
what I want.
we never, huh?
Oh no, I was looking for something. I said that's what I want.
Oh, these it come in a
Yeah.
You're on.
now that like there's a lot of stuff that we don't know that exists. I can't say about outer space, but in that ocean that you was just talking about, you want to be swimming in.
Now, don't nobody know what's in
Don't
that
nobody
water.
know how deep that is, how deep that go.
So
So it could be anything. It could be anything down there.
You're shaking the table, messing around.
So you don't go too far out. Then some grab your leg.
So grab your leg, you done. Done, Jayla. Yeah, so
She's messing around, Francis. She's shaking the table.
so see, like even doing stuff like this, see the kids feel comfortable to talk a little bit.
And this creates memories. It really does create memories.
What's that?
Live in
I
the
think
moment,
about-
capture the memories.
Oh, okay. See.
See.
Oh, see.
It does. Did y'all hear that? What she said?
Please
She was
repeat it
gonna
for
write
us.
on hers.
Say it in your loud voice, regular.
Let her say it. She got it.
I haven't gotten much done yet, but this is what I'm working on. It's a camera. It's going to have a quote. It's going to say, live in the moment, capture the memories.
Are you gonna play Dash your name?
I'm going to sign my picture, yes.
You have to trade. You have to trade.
Which might be worth millions one day. Okay?
Oh, come on, Wanda. Say it again. Yes.
Yes.
Might be worth millions.
See.
But yeah, things like this really does
Jess,
create
are you gonna use these?
good family memories.
Are you gonna use these?
We usually gather together every year for Christmas, and that's always a special time for me. You know, we're a family that kind of, you know, are together, you know, kind of on a regular basis anyway. But Christmas is always a special time for me that I get, you know, all giddy and excited about, because I know that's a day for family. That we're all going to be together, you know, we're going to eat together, we watch movies together, and just kind of build those bonds with each other.
And some might say it's corny, but we have, you know, our traditions. We have, you know, where we, what do? We always have our Christmas breakfast.
Yeah.
And before that, we always, you know, the kids, they still open pajamas and little socks before they go to bed. We have to make a treat. You know, we do a project.
Sometimes we be after the bed. You gotta open the gift.
They have to open a gift.
At nighttime, and on Christmas Eve, y'all open one.
Sometimes on the good night. Y'all be playing. Y'all be playing.
It'd be the one. And then in the morning time, then y'all open up the rest. We always let y'all open up one on Christmas Eve. And what that one be?
Toothbrush. Pajamas. Or some socks.
Stuff you gonna need for the night. That's it.
To make our treats and watch, oh my
What
God.
is that?
That's what I said. Somebody was out there
Is that some
bumping.
bass?
That's a Hood Chronicles.
You said, what is that?
Well, you hear the bass going by. You definitely know you in the Hood Chronicles.
This one.
Said and see some, I forgot what I was about to say.
You was talking about our traditions
Oh.
that we do.
Yes. So, we watch Christmas movies as well. And I mean like the corny Christmas movies. Y'all remember now,
Christmas story.
y'all,
Oh, Christmas Story.
I mean
yeah,
Christmas
that's
Story,
right.
everybody watch Christmas Story, but them claymation characters with the
Them
Frosty the
best
Snowman.
Them the best ones.
Them the best
y'all. I
ones.
love Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, Jack Frost. Them be the good cartoons.
Why you
the
got it in your
claymations.
face, Jalen?
Who?
Oh, I thought you was had it in your face.
Joseph, what is you painting, child? You've been over there
That's the
painting
beach.
for a minute.
She painted
That's
some.
what I'm saying. Oh, okay.
You
Now
gotta
see,
add to it, right?
if I really thought about it, and I started to get it, but I didn't think about it. For like you painting that, I could have actually got some sand that you could have sprinkled on there. Because they had some in
Come
there
on now, she
for
tell you.
ideas. So do you guys have any favorite family routines or family traditions or family, time that you come together? I think that's the best time to open up conversations, with loved ones and children is during that time because it makes them more relaxed. I know a lot of families probably don't do that anymore because we kind of got away from that, but even dinner time and eating together, creates that atmosphere of talking and bonding with your children. We kind of got away from that because everybody's on the cell phones, looking at the TV, so that eliminates the time that you can spend, conversating and talking with your children.
And you know what else killed me though? Like, like she said, just eating dinner and having that time, but then everyone's on their phones and stuff. Especially these kids, I don't get it. Y'all be well, not you, maybe not you, maybe I don't know what you be watching, but y'all watch kids doing the stuff that y'all should.
I don't do that.
Like y'all watch kids, the kids be watching people play outside while they in the house all day.
Watching kids play.
Oh, I see.
Play
what you're
outside,
saying.
yeah.
Okay.
Like instead of interacting, them watching, going outside. And these YouTubers like make.
Why would you rather? Okay, so this is an answer for the kids. So why would you rather watch someone on YouTube play outside rather than you going and actually playing outside? Why is that more exciting for you?
Why, Jazzy?
No, not she don't know. Why is that more exciting? You could be outside. You could be outside doing what they do.
Mm-hmm. Oh, now see, out of order.
Who phone is that?
You know
Nuh-uh, this is no.
Oh, Jazz, that's your phone.
This is Jasmine. That's why I said out of order.
Please.
Now y'all know that's an iPhone ring.
So this is what I got so far, y'all. This is what I have so far. I think I want to add a little bit more to it, but I don't know how much more I want to add
However
to
you
it.
want to do it.
I don't know.
However you want to do it.
You want to show them yours, Sudie, what you got on yours so far?
Oh. It's still working on it. Like I said, it's eclectic. I put I will, and then I put in the middle, make room.
Come on, what you making room for, girl?
I don't know. But wherever it's at, I'm going to make room for it. Whatever God tells me to, I'm going to make room for it. And that just was in my head. I'm a Jonathan McReynolds fan, so.
Oh, okay.
The I Will Make Room, that song has been in my head lately, so.
And I know that's right, because you got to make room for Jesus. You don't make room for nothing else.
Oh, man.
Got to make room for Jesus.
Laughing at that.
For sure.
Oh, you know what?
I don't know what else I want to put on here. What else you think I should add, Jamie?
Letters.
This is real professional.
Right? Like, I'm excited about this joint.
She cheated because she used pre-made letters.
But no, see, I mean, you can use that, but see, I cut it up and kind of place other stuff where I wanted it to be on there. You think I should put a mirror on there?
No,
Oh.
Mom.
Well, I was thinking about, should I put some more butterflies? You think these metallic ones would be too
I
much?
like you need something right here and right here.
Right. That's what I'm saying, but I don't know what I want to put there. I don't know.
Oh, I thought these were single dots.
No, it's like two together, but I mean, you can cut it apart
tear
if
it.
you want to. You can cut it apart.
You should have glue.
I should use this glue
It's gonna take long to dry.
to dry.
I got spray glue too. If you want to use the spray glue.
Oh.
What? What's wrong with the spray glue?
You know, Jasmine, she knows.
Wait. It's glitter over here. Well,
The glitter.
Whatever,
in the containers.
wait,
So I think
what's
this will be a fun project, y'all, to do with your kids.
Please.
No.
Jazzy, come on.
You're right.
I can't reach. I'm going to break this chair.
You're
And
right.
even if you have young children at home and you want to give them something else to do besides, looking at the TV and being on video games, what I usually have is like a craft box. And in the craft box is got crayons, markers, glue, like all kinds of stuff. I got beads and strings and, different things that sometimes it doesn't take much
Thank y'all.
to keep kids entertained. I have coloring books, so they'll give them a chance to, use their creativeness. Just give them the bag with the stuff in it and see, what they come up with, out of that. And that's always fun and to keep them occupied for a little while. You know, keeps them busy for a little bit.
Well, I'm almost done with it. I'm trying to see something. Anyway, there you go. Jam all of this up.
You jammed them up.
I should put this little part in.
Well,
I'm gonna do that one this way.
so what you can do is,
I think it's doing that, but oh wait.
yeah, you can cover this up with something else and then go over it if you want to rewrite it, like some of this paper. If you want to put,
The words on the paper.
yeah,
I did put on there.
there's always a way you can redo it if you want to use that color or different different color paper.
I was gonna be on camera.
You said what happened?
Yeah, I was gonna be on camera.
You gonna be on camera?
That's how I was gonna be on camera.
Oh, I don't know until we're done, I guess.
Oh,
Well,
Lord.
How long we been on?
No.
Where's the editing?
I don't know. 40 minutes.
40 minutes.
Oh yeah, I guess she tired of being on the camera, y'all.
I'm not. I mean, I'm just saying. Because I don't know if anybody interested.
You have to.
Oh,
Ain't nobody saying nothing.
Oh, let's not just watch it.
Oh. Well, 3 people.
But this is what I have so far, y'all. This is what I got so far. And so we're gonna continue to work on these. And then when we're done, I'm gonna post the
Why
pictures
you laughing at me?
of the finished
She don't
products.
already dried up. She don't.
When we're done, I'll post the pictures
See?
of the finished products. So tomorrow, I'll be doing another live tomorrow. It's gonna be good, y'all. I'm gonna be cooking
This thing is
banana pudding. The
Famous
holidays,
banana. The
the
holiday.
holidays are coming up, and I know some people like the banana pudding, so I'll be making banana pudding tomorrow. So if you want to tune into that tomorrow, but I thank y'all for coming in. I thank y'all for watching with us. I pray that there was something in this that blessed you today. I will be uploading these to the YouTube channel, so if you want to go back and watch, the replay on the YouTube channel, it is cooking, creating, and conversation. Love you all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Jason, give me Black Panther.